Hello vegan adventurers, welcome to another vlog from Chalten, Argentina. So today we had a recovery day after a long hiking adventure loop, Fitzroy Cerro Torre, which you can check out on my channel. So today we decided to go only for a short afternoon hike to make the most of our time here, and we're just gonna walk along these cliffs and maybe even get up if there is a path. So here we can see the river Rio de las Vueltas, which is the same river as we saw on the hike to Laguna de los Tres. So now we're gonna cross this bridge, and after that there are two paths, one on the left and one on the right. So we're probably gonna go with the one on the right, as it seemed to go under the cliffs and then maybe even up on the cliffs, and the one on the left goes to some museum. So as we're walking under the cliffs, we noticed that there is a climber climbing up the wall. So I think this must be a popular spot for climbers, as it's pretty close to the town and these cliffs are quite high to practice on. And here we spotted another climber. So climbing is an activity I really want to get more into in the future. But the problem with doing climbing more often is that it's not so convenient to do like other sports like running, mountain biking, hiking. Firstly, you need a specific location like this one where you can practice climbing. And secondly, you need all the equipment, ropes, carabiners, harnesses, which can be quite heavy. And when you're traveling around, it's pretty difficult to transport it. That's why we do rock climbing only occasionally when we see some adventure company doing it, like for example in Baños, Ecuador. So we tried to get more into climbing in the past, like when we were living in Bratislava, Slovakia. So there was an indoor climbing gym that we're attending like once a week, and we would do some bouldering because renting all the gear like ropes, carabiners would be way too expensive. I never really lived near some outdoor climbing wall like this one. I know there are some climbing walls within driving distance in Serbia and Slovakia where we live, but we never really got into it, like buying all the equipment. Also never got a chance to learn proper lead climbing. So as you can see, today is also not a good day for views of Fitzroy or Cerro Torre. It's all in the clouds again, same like yesterday. So it seems like there are more cloudy days than clear days of Fitzroy, so you're pretty lucky if you see a clear Fitzroy here. So we follow the path down there, went around this hill, and now we're continuing to go up, and we should get on top of those cliffs. So after the first hill we got to this flat part, but we see that the path continues more up. And from this point the path got really steep. So on the other side of this wall is a cliff that you saw from the other side, and we have a few hundred meters to over there. You should see some view. Alright, so we made it on top of the cliffs and we got awesome view. Even the Fitzroy cleared up a little bit. And it's also quite windy here, so the cliffs are just down here, so we have to be really careful not to fall down, because if a big gust of wind comes, it can blow you down easily. Something like the wind gusts we experienced at Laguna Torre yesterday. Now check out this gnarly view. So first we decided to walk on the left, where we got a nice view of El Chalten, Rio de las Vueltas, and also gnarly views on the cliffs down here. And here in the distance we should be able to see Cerro Torre, but again there are clouds, same like yesterday. So we are losing actually hopes that we ever gonna see Cerro Torre till we go. And it will be quite interesting to live in El Chalten and have all these hiking routes and climbing walls available. But I think after some time you would get bored of doing the same hiking routes all the time. But what I would really miss here, same like in El Calafate, is trees. So this area looks like a desert and the only trees are when you go more into the mountains to the Fitzroy. But for people who are into mountain climbing, this is a perfect place, as you have these cliffs for practicing just a few hundred meters away from the town. And then you have higher mountains like Fitzroy or Cerro Torre about 10 kilometers away from the town. So here we got almost till the end of the cliff on the left side, and it seems like you can get down even here, but you never know how steep it can be that you can't see from here, so we just return back. So after we got back where we started, we're gonna try to go now on the right side and see how the cliffs are over there. And here we see another climber in a wall. It seems like he's going down. Now this is probably the steepest cliff here, and don't try this at home. Hopefully my mom is not gonna see this. So up there we pretty much got to the point where we were almost above the bridge. So I think that we saw the path actually that was going on the right more, and maybe you can get down around there. But we don't have that much time before dinner, so we just decided to go down back the same way. So these are the cliffs when we went first time on the left, and from up there it looked pretty easy to get down, but you see from down here it looks pretty steep and dangerous. So it's crazy to think that half an hour ago we were on top of those cliffs looking down here. And here we see more climbers in the wall. So these climbers are doing multi-pitch climbing, where they pretty much get to some platform and then they continue from there. So this is definitely something I would want to try in the future, but I'll first need to learn lead climbing and then this. So if any one of you vegan adventurers know how to do this and are good climbers, maybe you can teach me, and in return you can join my vegan adventure retreats. So from here you can see how we went. So we went under the cliffs and then around and on the top, and we made it somewhere till about here. And then from there I think you can keep going and make it down this way. And I think if I zoom in I can even see the path going there. So maybe next time when we come to Chalten we can try out this path over here. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy watching this short recovery hike. So we have only one more day in Chalten where we're gonna do a bigger hike again to Loma del Pliega Tumbado Hill. So stay tuned for that, and for now, stay healthy and stay adventurous.